little demo of the Huda Beauty Neon palettes. I have the green one, obviously, and we do this little soft, subtle look with it today. I also have a tutorial and kind of get ready with me video. It's either up already or coming up that we really dive into the neon greens and go there with it. But the way the palette is marketed is that you can go from vibrant, bright, colorful looks to something subtle and everyday appropriate kind of thing. Some kind of like an easy breezy summer look, which is what I did today. I think it came out pretty good. We had a little bit of a struggle getting there because I feel like some of the shades just don't perform the way I want them to. I think they're performing the way they're intended. It's just not what I was expecting. I wanted a little more impact from the shimmers or something. It just wasn't there. I have a demo showing you how I did this eye look. It's super easy. It's basically three shades actually. So yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts on the green Neon Obsession palette from Huda Beauty and see how I got this look, just keep watching. So we are just primed with the Infallible Full Wear. So I think what I'm gonna do first is, I already did like a get ready with me with the green tones and kind of a tutorial. And this I just want to do a quick demo, and I thought I'll show you more of a subtle look, which is what's marketed with this palette, is that you can do something really vibrant, crazy, and you can do something kind of subtle. So let's take a look at what you can do that is more just a subtle summertime pretty look. And if you hear thunder and a lot of noise in the background, it is storming like crazy right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm taking a large fluffy brush and I'm going into the peachy tone. And what we're going to do is just going to take it all through the transition. The mattes in this palette blend beautifully. I will say that. Like, it's more I have trouble with the shimmers is that I don't think they're meant to be opaque and fully pigmented. They're more of a topper type of situation. I'm gonna take this peach though, I'm gonna bring it also onto the lid. But I just wanted to build the peach up just all over, really blown out. This is kind of a soft peach, but it's still got a little bit of punch to it. I don't know if it's showing on camera in my viewfinder. It's not looking too vibrant as it is in person. I mean, that blended pretty effortlessly. It looks nice. I like the mattes in this palette. The greens blend beautifully as well. All right, next I'm gonna jump in with my finger, and I'm gonna take the kind of taupey blue shifty shade. I don't know, it's a really odd shade. It's just very subtle. It's very much a topper shade. It doesn't have a whole lot of base color to it. I'm just gonna kind of pat it on the lid. See, there's just not a whole lot of oomph to it. I'm just gonna keep trying to build that up. Alright, I'm gonna take a brush and see if I can get a little more precision. I don't want to do so much with my fingers with these nails. Still looks nice though. I mean, it's pretty. It's just very subtle. Very, very subtle. You can get there with the finger though. Just takes a little work. I think that's looking alright. Yeah, that's much cuter than where we were before. Take a little more of peach and just kind of shoots. It's like this color really doesn't have a base shade to it. Once you put it on the eye, you really can't see it. You gotta really build it up to see kind of a taupey base. But even then, it's not much of a base. It just doesn't translate. I'm gonna pull this up just a little bit higher. Getting that halo eye effect there. Just kind of something soft and a little more ethereal. It's not real precise and carved out cut crease style. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dampen my brush a little bit with some setting spray and see if I can build it up a little more with that. I'm getting a little bit of fallout on my cheeks. I can feel it. Just kind of lackluster, I think, a little bit. I don't even feel like I'm getting a little bit of pigmentation there. I don't want to have to work this hard for an eyeshadow. So what I'm gonna do next is take the pinky shade that's got kind of a blue and green glitter to it and take it on the brush. Maybe hit the inner corner with it. So this shade's got a good bit of impact to it. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of it on the center of the lid, just over top. So it just adds a little more shine. Okay, let's move on to the lower lash line. I went ahead and did concealer and all of that, and yeah, I'm gonna take my little fluffy yet flat brush. I'm gonna go back into that peachy matte color and just pull it along the lower lash line, really blowing it out. thought I didn't like this look at first, but now that I'm kind of looking at it and I looked at it now in the mirror in the bathroom, I'm like, you know, I really do like this. I think this is a pretty eyeshadow look. It just, I think I was going for more. I wanted more from the palette. And I'm not saying you can't get a pretty look from it. It's just, it's a little more gentle than I expected from a palette called Neon, right? Okay, and on the inner corner, I'm gonna take that same shade we used previously on the inner corner. I'm just gonna kind of touch it up. Whoops. Gonna kind of touch it up there and pull it inward. I'm gonna throw on some mascara, and I think we're... So it was really easy and simple. It just took a little finessing. And here's the eye finished. So I finished up the eye with just a little bit of liner on the upper lash line and some mascara. Kind of keep it simple, easy breezy, nothing heavy. This is a very nice late summer, easy to do look. Yeah, I really like the way this eye came out actually. I wasn't happy with it to begin with. I was like, oh no, this is kind of boring. But it's, I guess it's just not as elaborate as I would normally do. It's kind of simple and easy, but it's still kind of eye-catching and pretty. So yeah, I don't hate it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this palette. I have the green one. As you can see here, is very pretty. Like, it's an eye-catching palette. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. In the neon green palette, you have 3 mattes and 6 metallic / shimmer shades. Like, some are more metallic than others, and that's where things get a little iffy for them. The mattes blend beautifully. They're pigmented. They're nice. Like, hands down, great shades. I have the peach all over the lid today, as we saw in the demo. It's very pinky peach, it's pretty, it's soft, and it's a lovely shade. And the greens are very, very green. Like, they're neon green. They may pull a little bit more yellow depending on your lighting. Like, I think in my videos, they tend to look a little more yellow than they do green on the eye. But yeah, they blend beautifully, pretty effortless. The greens do stain the eye because I believe these are pressed pigments. But yeah, it says on the back of the powder they are pressed pigments rather than eyeshadows. So yeah, I haven't had really staining with the peach shade. It may be there, I just can't see it. But the greens definitely stained. Like, I looked at the color payoff of these neon-y bright pigments. I think it's kind of worth it. I don't personally own anything this vibrant as this shade right here, so it's really fun. And I enjoyed using it, and I think the green look I did came out beautiful. As is today's look. I really like the way this eye look came out. Anyway, let's move on to the metallics. For sure, this Chartreuse in the center here is beautiful. It's like a very, very greeny gold. Very, very pretty. Like, it's a great shade. No qualms with it, no complaints. It goes on easy as can be. This pinky shade, this pink right here, which has it has kind of a multicolor blue to green shifty glitters in it. It's very pretty. It's pigmented, goes on easy, no problems. Bottom shade right here, same thing. Beautifully pigmented, you know, swatches beautifully. It's like an orangey peach metallic with a golden flash. It's very pretty, very warm, very summery. It looks great with the peach shade all over the lid, and those metallic shades perform great. My qualms were with the shimmers because I feel like, I guess they're more of eyeshadow toppers rather than just standalone eyeshadows, which is kind of annoying because you look at them in the pan and you're just like, ooh, I want this color on my eye, or this right here. This shade is what sold me on this palette pretty much. It looks amazing. I think they call it like a burgundy shimmer or something. I don't know. It's stunning looking in the pan. However, you will see in the demo and application, it is very disappointing. You really have to pack it on to get an impact out of it, and it's just kind of disappointing, like really disappointing. It needs something under it. It needs a sticky base. It needs a lot of babying to get it to look good on the eye. The center shade here, which is a white with a green flash. It's kind of a shimmery, chunky shade. It's kind of the same situation. You kind of want to put over something sticky. At the same time, it makes a great like inner corner pop. You can build it up with a wet brush. And lastly is a pink with a green shift, which is more of a metallic, lax payoff. That's what it is. These like real payoff on the lids. Like they just, you really gotta love on them and baby them and sweet talk them to get them to look like anything on your eyes. And it's very disappointing and kind of frustrating, especially since this palette costs a little bit more than the other Obsessions. I think it is $29 as opposed to the $27. But I think that's because it is in a plastic packaging rather than the pressed cardboard, which is what the previous Obsessions is packaged in. That being said, do I regret purchasing it? No. You know, I'm using it, I'm enjoying it. There's just a little something missing. I want a little bit more oomph from it. It's just a little lackluster, I guess. And that's not all the shades, it's just some of them. But anyway, with this palette you can create, they say on the website on Sephora.com, this palette does not have the greatest reviews. It says it's disappointing, and yeah. I would agree, it is kind of disappointing. It's not bad, it's just not what I think we're expecting from a neon palette. It is more of a pastel palette overall. Like it's just a little, it's very soft vaporwave. And again, I don't hate it, it was a little misleading. I thought we were gonna get something very, very primal brights, and it's just a little more subtle, a little more nuanced, which they claim you can, in the description for this palette, is that you can get vivid, wild, colorful looks and then subtle, soft looks. I think it's easier to get a subtle, soft look. You'll get a little more variation with the different like soft shimmers that aren't super pigmented. You can definitely get something you can wear to the office out of it, surprisingly. Now when you go on with the greens, you will get something very colorful, but it's kind of a one-trick pony there. It's gonna be lime green, right? Which I don't mind, again. You know, I bought it because of the lime green. That's basically how I feel about don't regret it. Do I wish it was a little more impact? Yeah. I think this is one you're gonna have to go in store and swatch to see if you really like it and if you vibe with the shades or not. I've swatched the orange one. I feel like it in swatching performed a little better. I didn't swatch this in person when I bought it. I bought it just saw on the shelf, grabbed it. They didn't have a tester out, but it was the one that I had initially wanted because it was a little more unique. But yeah, this palette retails for $29. It is limited edition, made in China. Huda, I believe, is a cruelty-free brand. I believe. Don't quote me on that. Not 100%. But yeah, it is pressed pigments, so to keep that in mind, that they're not technically eyeshadows. Though I don't believe I see anything on here about it not being eye safe. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. I wish there was more descriptors of these shades so I could understand what they were going for with the shimmers, because some of these I really don't know how to describe like there. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Huda Beauty Neon Green Obsession palette and the look we created. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me, should I pick up the other two? Should I get the pink and orange? I really want the orange one. I'm probably gonna get the orange one. Normally, I enjoy Huda's palettes. This was kind of a meh one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.